I just feel like people want to validate their emotions like all the time. Like it's crazy because it all goes back to the way you're brought up, and my mom is so tough love. Like my mom is one of those moms that I would be having a fever, 107, 107 is like go to the hospital, and she was like, "No, you'll be fine. Just go and shower, take a cold shower. You're fine." I was like, I'm here like, and then she was like, "No, you're good." So I was brought up with like, you can feel things, but like regulate. You know, like yes, you have emotions, but you need to control them. Versus now, it's like, oh, that's how you feel. Okay, well, it's okay to feel that way, but it's like you can't do that all the time because then they're just gonna always want to like use their emotions as a justification to not do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
And one thing that research has shown now, and we can talk about science later if you want, because it's been a topic that I've been reading a lot about.
Yeah, please.
But research is showing that constantly talking about your trauma, constantly reliving your trauma, it's not necessarily a great thing.
Yes, I agree with that.
And that goes with what you're talking about, emotion, constantly giving into the emotion.
Right.
And emotion is something that is one of our tools. And again, this is something we talked about last time, the 4 tools. Our body, our mind, our emotion, and then our energy, which we can also attribute it to something having a purpose higher than ourselves.
Right.
But every time we give in to this emotion, we're strengthening it.
Exactly.
We're going to feel anger. We're going to feel sadness. We're going to feel pride. But to not give in to it. Every time we don't, we're rewiring our brain to serve something better for ourselves.
Isn't an emotion like hormones?
Emotion is a lot of things. It's chemical reactions. It's neurological activity. It also happens also on a cellular level. So it's a lot of, and hormones, of course, and you see that and there's no better example than that than adolescents who for no reason all of a sudden snapped because they just did. And it's, what's wrong with Johnny? And it's like, okay, did we all forget that Johnny is going through a puberty right now? And he's bigger than all the other kids and he just doesn't even know what's going on himself.
So like, so emotion is like what? Like a reaction that we have?
Energy and motion.
Yeah.
But it's temporary. So why are you validating something that is temporary? You know what I'm saying?
And not only, and we're validating something that's temporary. And I tell my clients this all the time. Emotions are like waves.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Once they hit the shore, it's done. And for the most part, I've never seen a tsunamis happen. But have you ever seen a tsunami?
No.
I've never seen a tsunami. Laz, have you seen a tsunami? I've never.
I don't want to
so
either.
those are very rare. They will happen, and when those time comes, but for the most part, we've never seen a tsunami. But so most waves, when they hit the shore, it's done. Mm-hmm. And when we become full, and it's a lot easier said than done, we have to train ourselves. That's why the purpose, and when we dig deep inside, it goes deeper than emotion.
Yes.
It's not, people think, oh, I'm going deep inside and I feel sad. Okay, sit with the sadness and everything, but don't respond to it. You got to keep going sometimes. And obviously, sometimes you do need to sit with things. Let's not, especially when hard things happen. A parent dying, a bad argument with your spouse, or something really deterred us that is going to take away our time.
Right.
But for the most part, but yeah, we're talking about a lot of intense stuff.
Even if like your spouse dies, you can sit with it, but you can't stay there. You have to sit with it, accept it, and continue on. Because if you don't, that's where the depression kicks in. I'm assuming, I don't really know. But from what I've seen from other people, like, for example, my mom, I've never gone through it, maybe because I saw my mom go through it and I was like, I don't want to ever go through that. When her father passed, that was like her everything. She was a daddy's girl. But he passed in Cuba, so like she didn't get to see him before that time. So it was years and years and years of not seeing your dad, and then he passes away and you can't go back until whatever time. So like that like destroyed her, and it took her over a year to come back from that. But she was able to come back from that, and that's the goal. Like, some people just don't come back from that.
And I keep talking about purpose and intention. You know, though, and we're talking about things in theory right now.
Right.
And of course, we're always gonna push through. Of course, your mom went through a contraction period, which we all do. Let's think of the stock market. It's always for the general markets. It's always going up, but it does have moments of consolidation,
Right.
or contraction. In martial arts, someone punches you, you contract, and then you expand, and then you contract when they punch you, and you move, and then you. That's the same thing with our lives. We're constantly going through moments of contraction, moments of consolidation. And when those moments happen, these are now bigger events, like your mom, someone passing away. Those moments happen, we do need to sit with it. It's not healthy for just to, if someone has to go to work because they have to pay their bills, they have to go to work because
Right.
they have to pay the bills.
Right.
But when these moments happen, it's good to sit with it. It's good to process it. It's good, for example, to remember the good times. What did you learn? How would they want you to live now?
Mm-hmm.
What would they say now to you when you're going through this moment? Would they want you to sit like this? What do you remember that's important? But then once you're done with that contraction period, it's time to expand again and leapfrog. And these expansion periods, when they happen, it's also not just all butterflies and rainbows. There's some days we're not going to want to get up. There's some days that we're going to want to be lazy. But the purpose is the railway, and the train has got to keep moving.
Yeah.
The train stops, and during these contraction periods, sometimes we have to sit for a moment, but it has to keep moving. And I think what you're saying is that now in society, the train is just always going to stop. There's always going to be a problem. There's always going to, and I agree with you. And a lot of it has to do with identities. It has to do with giving in to emotional processes. It has to do with lacking a purpose for something higher than ourselves. And these things are important. Religion, whether you're Christian or not, whatever it is, or you don't have a religion, but to have a higher purpose, religion served that for a long time.
Yes, it did.
And there was obviously, religion has had its bad moments, it's had its crusades, it's had its wars and territorial disputes, because religion has been government at one point, but it provided a higher purpose, and it provided a pathway for someone to have something to live for, and that's gone.
It's a guide.
Yeah,